What we also want to know, though, is well, what's happening with those anterior muscles, those anterior pelvic floor muscles? So those are the part of the pelvic floor that's more involved in urinary symptoms, and that's more involved in those ejaculatory type symptoms that Simon mentioned with his patient. So the same again, what we want the patient to do, and you can kind of do this at home, is what you're going to visualize is that you are that you're mid-flow, so that you're urinating, and that you're going to squeeze at the front to stop mid-flow. So you're going to squeeze at the front and let go. So that's kind of activating that urethral sphincter. So you're urinating, you're going to squeeze at the front, let go. Once you feel you've got that, what you're then going to do is squeeze at the front again, and this time for the male people listening, you're going to imagine that you're lifting the scrotum up. So that brings in that bulbo-ischial muscle. So the phrase we use with the men that they seem to really get is nuts to guts. That's kind of my friend Joe Milius's phrase. So nuts to guts. So they're doing this lift at the front, let go. We want to see, well, what happens when they do this fast twitch contraction? So we get them to nice strong front contraction, let go, front contraction. And there should be a clear contracting relaxation. And the same again, when you're doing it at home, that shouldn't be painful. So that, for the male people doing it, or even the females, so that shouldn't give you scrotal, vulval pain. It shouldn't give you pain in the perineum. It shouldn't feel like the whole thing is going to go into spasm. And there should be a clear difference between when you feel it's contracted and relaxed. And then we would do the same with that more slow twitch. So we would get them to do just a lighter contraction, little bit lighter, nuts to guts, hold for 10, 9, 8, down to 0.
I hope you're doing all this. Yes, glad we've got a model in to demonstrate. Yeah.
Money well spent.
Yes.
So we're looking at, so when I'm doing this, I'm going to talk Jack through it. So I want to know what he's feeling, experiencing, and then I'm looking on what's happening on the ultrasound. But if you're doing it, you can just get feedback from the model. And the big thing is, shouldn't be painful. The key things you want from the patient is it comfortable or not? Can they feel the difference between it contracted and relaxed? That's the second thing. So the first thing you want to know, is it comfortable or not? i.e., is it painful? Second thing, can they feel the difference between contracted and relaxed? And then the third thing is, can they feel the difference between contracting it at the back and front? So if you're asking them to contract around the front, can they actually feel it at the front?